Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the DVC show, coming to you from the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined via Skype this week by my good friends from the DVC store, Mr. Jerry Saito.
Hello, everybody.
Sean Falk.
Hi.
And Corey Fiasconaro.
Welcome home.
So, wanted to do something, before I get into that, just a reminder, the show is brought to you by DVCstore.com. If you are, especially right now, if you are looking to sell, for whatever reason, sell your DVC contract, give the folks at DVC Store a call, 1-800-550-6493, or head over to their website, dvcstore.com. They can help you navigate through everything you need to do. They'll take care of all the heavy lifting to get your contract sold. Of course, if you're looking to buy contracts, dvcstore.com is the place to go. Check out their current listings. So thank you for your support. All right. So what we're going to do this week, something a little different, because I wanted to change it up a bit. I thought the guys, my folks on the Diz have been doing this article series called Would You Rather, where you choose between two things. And I thought doing a DVC edition of Would You Rather might be fun. And I put a poll up on the DVC fan group on Facebook, and asked them, would you rather Beach Club or Bay Lake Tower? Now, I specifically chose those two resorts because they're both very popular, and they both share something very important in common. They are both walking distance to their respective theme parks. Bay Lake Tower right by Magic Kingdom, Beach Club right by the entrance to World Showcase in Epcot. So before we get to the poll results, I wanted to see what you guys, how you guys would respond. And we'll start with you, Sean. Bay Lake Tower or Beach Club?
Well, 9 things out of 10 I like better about Beach Club. I've never been a huge fan of the Contemporary, and I'm not that big a fan of Bay Lake Tower. I've never actually gotten to stay at Bay Lake Tower, so I've only seen, just visually seen the rooms, not slept there, and been around it. It feels like, I don't know, it's very psych ward whenever you're walking around. I don't like it. It's very sterile. It's like being at the hospital. I don't like it. I do like the lounge and all that, but beyond that, Beach Club wins every other category for me. It has a great pool. It has the location to Epcot, which I like that park better. There's more the dining you still have to walk over, so that's not really a contender for me for either one. But the one I would actually stay at probably is Bay Lake Tower because of the access to the Magic Kingdom, and that would be enough for me. I don't mind taking the monorail over to Epcot. It just has a different feel to it, but there's something about the Magic Kingdom and just being able to walk back from there, because it's so chaotic when the park ends. There's sometimes when it would be really nice to just pop in and out of the Magic Kingdom a little easier. Whereas at Epcot, I kind of hunker down and I'm at Epcot all day. And especially if people have kids going back and forth from Magic Kingdom. But even me as an adult, I would much rather stay at Bay Lake Tower and have the walking distance to Magic Kingdom than the walking distance to Epcot.
So is your vote for Bay Lake Tower or Beach Club?
Oh, I think Beach Club's a better place, but I would stay at Bay Lake Tower were I planning a trip, because I'd rather walking into Magic Kingdom is enough to beat out all my positive reasons I'd rather stay at Beach Club. If I wasn't getting to go to a park, I would stay at Beach Club, but I'm probably going to parks.
So it's Bay Lake Tower.
Yes.
Okay. Fiasco, let's go over to you. Bay Lake Tower or Beach Club Villas?
I'm kind of similar to Sean with this one. It's a really big toss-up, kind of depending on what I'm gonna do. If I have family here and they're on vacation too, and we're definitely doing some Magic Kingdom days, and I can take them up to Top of the World Lounge, I'm probably gonna lean into Bay Lake Tower. But if it's just a little weekend staycation, where we're not really too concerned about going into the parks or anything like that, but we might if we feel like it, I'd lean into Bay Lake Tower. So it's a really tough toss up, but I'd probably lean into Bay Lake Tower as well. Although, like I said, if we were like doing a resort only stay, like hitting up restaurants and spas and stuff like that, just on a little staycation weekend, then I would choose Beach Club.
Okay.
For this.
Okay, folks, let's hunker down. Bay Lake Tower or Beach Club? Which one would you rather?
I'm going to lean into Bay Lake Tower. It's tough, though.
Okay. All right. Jerry, Bay Lake or Beach Club?
So I would probably, it depends on if you've been to Disney many times. If you've come to Disney multiple times and you want to, I think the Beach Club would probably be my choice. If you're going to come to Disney for the first time, Bay Lake Tower would be my choice. It's a tough one.
Oh, no, but this is for you, though. This is not for
everybody.
Them. This is for you. Which one would you choose? Bay Lake or Beach Club?
I would go with
personal preference.
I would go with Beach Club. I think the rooms, I like the way they're decorated a little bit better. I do like the proximity to Epcot, obviously. I have small children, so I think that the pool at Beach Club is fantastic. Plus all the restaurants, the entertainment that's over at the boardwalk. Like you could go over there and they have jugglers and musicians and different things to do, pizza places, video arcade rooms. So I think like it appeals to me and my family a little bit more. I mean, Bay Lake's amazing. I'm not knocking it. It's kind of funny. I laughed when Sean had said it reminds him of a hospital, but you can't beat the walking proximity to Magic Kingdom. I would stay Beach Club if I had one or the other, but that view of the fireworks at Bay Lake is incredible, and being so close is so nice to get out of there or in there when you just want to go into the park. It's super easy.
Now, I own it both, right? I have what do I have? 225 points at Bay Lake and 275 at Beach Club. And I've stayed at both, and I like Beach Club. I think Beach Club is beautiful, but for me, it's hands down Bay Lake Tower. I understand the people feeling it's sterile, but if that's a hospital, I want to get sick. That room, that one bedroom I had last year, felt like I had an apartment, a city apartment, walking distance to the Magic Kingdom. There was something about it that, it's not my decor. You come into my house is not decorated like that. I'm not into, the contemporary vibe with my decor. But there was something about it that really spoke to me. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. The real decider for me, two things. Top of the World Lounge. What else do I have to say? If you're staying at, Bay Lake Tower, it's literally right upstairs. And the Wave, I can go get my bacon and eggs whenever I want. As a matter of fact, I think they're even, because I think the Wave does room service for the Contemporary. So maybe I could even get my bacon and eggs in my room, which I don't have to see people, and I get bacon and eggs. I'm all in. That proximity to the Magic Kingdom. I mean, I love Epcot. Epcot is my preference over Magic Kingdom, but it's by a slim margin. There's a lot of emotional resonance for me in the Magic Kingdom, and so absolutely, if I had to choose between those two, I mean they're both great, but for me personally, it's Bay Lake Tower. So we have 3 votes here for Bay Lake Tower and 1 for Beach Club. And we've all said, we like Beach Club, but we'd give the edge to Bay Lake Tower. Not the case with our audience. We said we put the poll up on the DVC fan Facebook group, received about 500 responses. So it's a decent response. 56% went with Beach Club. Where 44% went with Bay Lake Tower. So while we're, about 75-25 Bay Lake Tower, it's a little bit different. And I think, Jerry, your point is well taken, that, Sean, Fiasco, and I don't have kids. And I think if I had kids, the pool in particular, Stormalong Bay at the beach club, that may be the best pool in Florida, especially if you have kids. So I could see that being a deciding factor for a lot of folks. Because let's be honest, whether it's the pool there at Bay Lake Tower or just the main pool at the Contemporary, that is nothing to write home about.
Yeah, I also think that the theme park view room is a game changer. I think staying in a theme park view room at Bay Lake Tower has a pretty big difference between not. Just being able to be in your room and watch Happily Ever After from that view at night, it really makes your vacation so much more magical. I've gotten the opportunity to stay at every DVC resort in Walt Disney World besides Old Key West, Grand Floridian, and Riviera, but I've seen all of them. And we do these little, 1 to 2 night staycations. And by far, our stay at Bay Lake Tower was actually magical because of that. So I would definitely say if you haven't stayed at a theme park view, consider it.
Yeah, I got to agree with that point, actually. I have spoken to people on our travel agency side that are like, we don't really know. They're like, it's convenient to be able to do Bay Lake Tower. And because we do get a lot of DVC members, and they're like, it's convenient. I don't need to pay the extra for a theme park view because I can just go up to Top of the World over at Bay Lake Tower with my thing. And I'm like, but that's the equivalent of saying, like, I'm going on a cruise and I don't need a veranda room because I could just leave my inside cabin and go up on deck and look over the side. It's not the same thing. And I'm not saying that you can't or you shouldn't do it, but there is a difference in just sitting in your room and opening the window and watching the fireworks and watching the shows and everything. Absolutely. Right there from the comfort of your room.
Well, the only time I stayed there, I had a lake view. Right, so I was looking out over Bay Lake and the courtyard, which was nice enough. I mean, that was nice enough. But also when I would go out my balcony, and I think this is just a factor of my age, I would go out in the balcony and I'd look. I'm like, it's beautiful, but it kind of looks like the Watergate building in Washington D.C. And if you pull up pictures of the Watergate, I mean, it does look a lot like Bay Lake Tower. Not that that's a deal breaker. I mean, I understand the Watergate's a very nice place, but it has that connotation because of Watergate.
Right.
So, but no, I mean, like I said, for me, because the theme park view rooms at Bay Lake Tower very difficult to come by.
So
very difficult to come.
I've stayed at Bay Lake, and I got a standard view room one time, and it was on the 5th floor, I believe. And it was actually a partial lake and a partial theme park. I could see the fireworks from the room. So the theme park view is hands down. I mean, that's Disney World. That's why people come here. They see the Magic Kingdom and they're like, wow, that is amazing. It's right out the window. And then the fireworks go off and they're like butterflies and chill bumps. So it's magical for sure. But even some of the other room, standard room, you might get a partial view or, that lake view on the other side. That has a beautiful sunrise if you get up early enough to see it. You've got the sunset on the other side of the building. So if you're on the theme park view, you've got the sunset. So the way they laid that resort out is actually pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, that view for the theme park is incredible.
Is anybody surprised that Beach Club handily won that poll over Bay Lake Tower?
I kind of thought it would have won by more. Just because the only reason I picked Bay Lake Tower was for its proximity to Magic Kingdom and because of the traffic coming out of Magic Kingdom and into Magic Kingdom. That's the only reason I gave it that. So I think Beach Club just has so much to offer, and anything it doesn't have to offer, you can find next door at the boardwalk. So it's very hard to pick, Bay Lake over that to me.
All right, so Jerry, what about you? Are you surprised by that response from the poll?
It could be a coin toss, really. Both resorts are fantastic. I can see why Bay Lake is your choice and Sean's choice, but and Fiasco, but either one would have been a good choice. You can't go wrong in either option. I do think the magic is there when you look out the window for Bay Lake and you've got top of the world lounge and super accessible access to the park or exit to the park at Magic Kingdom. But you kind of have that at Beach Club too. It's such a toss up. It's personal preference, and you can't go wrong at either one.
Right. Well, that's the beauty of it, right? That's the beauty of, I could have put any two resorts together. None of them are bad. None of them are bad. And that's why I think what makes it a little harder, but it's also, it's also what the beauty of DVC is that we're coming, we come back time, year after year. We know we have the points. We know we're going to have so we go around and we try them all, right? You get to be able to sample them. It's not like when you're coming down on vacation and it may be once every 5 years for you, or maybe once in a lifetime because of the cost, where, you feel like you got to get it all in. Everybody has the chance to try both. So that's why I thought, doing this would be something a little different and a little fun. So, all right, that is going to do it for this week's show. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with you again next week with another edition of the DVC show. Have a great week, folks.